Everybody has their own reasons and memories that drive their suffering. Depression, anxiety, not to mention all of the coping mechanisms that come along with it. Knowing your body and mind are deteriorating feels inescapable. You end up feeling as if your issues are a part of you. The truth is, in a sense they are. Personally, I locked myself away for years. Those past memories of isolation control how I function today. You and only you know your struggles. Nobody else has the right to discount any of your issues or the founding reasonings. I want to talk to you about creating an escape. Not fixing your issues, but giving you an avenue where change is possible. You can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. I need you to understand you will always act in line with how you perceive life to be. This perception of reality is based on every stored memory and experience you have ever had. Your mental picture of the world and mental picture of yourself has trapped you in a hole specifically made for you. This hole is a perfect mold of you. There is no wiggle room. The only way to escape is to edit the mold that surrounds you. You and only you struggle from your own individual warped perception of reality. You and only you have created your own specific mold. The memories you choose to listen to control you. Your imagination is actually the only way to edit this mold, to give yourself a chisel, to sculpt the life you want. Your imagination is your most powerful tool. Your mental image of the world dictates your function in it. These memories you choose to listen to are all in accordance with your self-image. You don't act in accordance to how the world truly is, you act in accordance to how you imagine the world is. Every action you choose or don't choose is automatic. They are all based on your stored memories. This includes being stuck in bed for weeks. That choice feels out of your control because it is. You can't just get up when this mold of memories you listen to surrounds you. You literally cannot move. How you imagine the world, no matter how warped or distorted your viewpoint is reality to you. No matter how nonsensical this mold seems to others, for you it's perfect. Let's talk about why. Let's say you're walking home alone at night and someone is heading towards you. You deem them as dangerous. I'm not saying this is wrong at all. You have past memories and knowledge of dangerous situations, traumatic memories. You chose to walk away because your stored memories dictated possible danger. You acted automatically just as you do when you are stuck in bed for weeks. Your brain can't just get you up when everything getting up is based on is memories of pain. No matter how many times your family tries to motivate you to be happy, it doesn't have an effect. You know this, I know this, we've lived it. According to what you believe, walking away from this dangerous person at night was your best option, just as staying in bed when you're depressed is seemingly your best option. All of us have past experiences, some traumatic, some logical, some emotional. The experiences we listen to, unconsciously or not, dictate who we are and the actions we perform. With depression and other issues, you function automatically. It's not your fault. Understanding how your beliefs build your specific mold is the first step. Your beliefs are building a mold based on a distorted view of reality. But once again, to you, this mold is truth. The thing is, you can't just stop listening to these beliefs. I'm not here to tell you to think positive. If you keep going how you're going, nothing will change. Only you can finally understand how influenced you are by the stored memories you default to. If you don't want to accept the effort that you need to put in to change the memories you listen to, nothing will change. From a person that has battled depression for years, all I'm doing is providing you an avenue, a tutorial on how to give yourself a chisel. You can never achieve the things you can't imagine. It's like trying to reach outside your mold and grab something. You are limited. It's not possible. If you keep drawing from memories indicating you can't get out of bed, you will always be stuck. I had trouble going out in public for years because the mold that kept me inside was based off memories of my own isolation. What you believe is true is real. If you don't believe it, it can't be real. If you see a bear in the woods, your brain automatically reacts. It deems the bear as a threat. You run. The thing is, this reaction, it's not controlled by emotion. You didn't run because you were scared. You ran because of your imagination and beliefs. You reacted automatically to how you believed the environment to be. Dangerous. I mean, it's literally a bear. In contrast to depression, your brain is automatically reacting to you getting out of bed as the wrong action. You're not staying in bed because you're sad, you're staying in bed because to you, the idea of what's outside your bed is based on horrible memories. No matter what, you will always act in line with how you believe your environment to be. This is why even small things such as a messy room are controlling. Your beliefs literally control you. You will always behave in line with your mental images being true. Hopefully now we're on the same page. I want you to start doing something differently. Instead of questioning, why am I depressed? Question, what beliefs are keeping me depressed? Your mental image built from your beliefs is what keeps perpetuating your depression. We can finally create an avenue for changing this mental image by harnessing the imagination. I know, stick with it. If I've made sense so far, I'll keep making sense. A form of role-playing, mental picturing and self-placement is how we understand the true potential of our imagination. We want to imagine ourselves in situations and solve those situations in our head. We want to build a new catalog of responses to answer our limiting beliefs. New pre-thought memories for us to draw from. We don't want a new mold. We want to edit our own mold by responding to what creates it. I know this works. You want to know why? Because I literally used to dream in Rocket League. I'll daydream about in-game situations. I'm sure you do too. I will literally imagine scenarios in my head of shots and how to save them. You can prepare ahead of time responses to situations in your head as if you were about to go into a job interview. This works, and you know it works. Another example is preparing responses to conversations. With social anxiety, the main method used by mental health experts is mentally preparing responses to conversation topics ahead of time. If you know in your head how to counter a situation, why can't we apply this to bigger things? Depression, for example. We are able to pre-draw responses to our beliefs that build the mental image that keeps our depression going. Scrims, in-houses, six-mans. These are all environments where you are acting out situations ahead of time. You are learning to respond, practicing responses for situations for competitive games. No matter what the situation, you can always prepare beforehand. If you are able to create these vivid experiences in your head, which I know you can, just imagine 20 seconds of a Rocket League game, you are easily able to do the same thing for real life issues. Why are you able to create these vivid experiences? Because you spend hours and hours every day playing Rocket League. Guess what? If you're depressed, you spend equally as much time in bed. I want you to honestly answer a very simple question. I want you to answer it with no shame. Alright. Do you see yourself as someone who can actually find happiness? Maybe you're struggling with an addiction, gambling, or drug use. Do you see yourself as someone who can actually quit? I need you to face the actual truth. You cannot begin to fix your issues without fighting to see yourself in a new perspective. I need you to realize the influence of stored memories. The influence of the memories you listen to and the ones that you unconsciously listen to. I want to talk to you about getting a chisel, editing your mold. Trust me, this is coming from someone not trying to make you feel better, but trying to show you you have to change. You might feel dumb at first, but if you don't try it, you might have missed an avenue that might help you. But what do I know? Maybe you want to stay in bed. I mean, it's in line with your mold, right? If you don't change that, nothing will change. We want to create an experience so vivid, your brain interprets it as a new memory to use. A new memory that's part of the catalog. I want you to go back to any positive experience, a ranked game, any accomplishment. That feeling of happiness, you smiling with your heartbeat high. I want you to hold on to it. Now close your eyes. We are going to create a picture of you. A picture of you accomplishing something. We want to apply that positive feeling from the other memory. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday or any of your past experiences. Completely throw them away for the next few minutes. I want you to picture yourself in an environment in line with your goal. For an alcoholic, that would be seeing themselves happy sober. For someone depressed, it would be seeing themselves happy outside of their bed. Maybe you're outside. Maybe you're socializing. Maybe you're enjoying the sun. For the brain to interpret this as a memory, we need to focus on vividly picturing every single detail. In this memory, I want you to focus on the muscles in your face. How when you smile, the muscles are pushing up your cheek. You can smell the grass. You know exactly what shoes you're wearing. Whatever motion you're doing in achieving your goal, you know exactly how to do it. Remember, we are applying that feeling of happiness from that other positive experience. You could be operating on a patient. You know exactly how to do it. You could be openly drawing art. You're creating a masterpiece. Know the accomplishment you're achieving. Alright, for the next 30 minutes, it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. That experience you just had is all you need to picture. For the next 30 minutes, you are acting in this new image. You are able to get out of bed because the mold limiting you has been edited. You are that person in that memory. Just as we talked about preparing in your head to save a goal before, you are the player that has already saved that shot. You know it's possible. You know exactly how to do it. You don't need to stress. Just get up. Go brush your teeth. Anything. Your limiter is gone. If you find yourself acting any different in the next 30 minutes, you need to accept that this works. That the influence of mental picturing is real. You are able to act and feel different because your brain is functioning off a new stored memory. You are selectively listening to the memory you just created. You are actually using your brain and not letting it unconsciously control you. You are altering your self-image with a manufactured memory. With enough of these, you can literally alter your self-image. I've done this. This doesn't fix your issue, it allows you to see yourself as someone who has already challenged your issues. You are just copying a blueprint of the mold you want. You are literally willing your mold into existence. You are giving yourself a chisel, allowing you to edit. You are able to choose what memories you listen to. So yeah, instead of asking why are you depressed, act on the beliefs that are keeping you depressed.